What about my sweat equity?
Sweat equity. Sweat equity.
My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
Sweat equity.
What about my sweat equity?
All right. Fantastic.
I've got a little preamble for our side because we'll make this a swap cast. We'll put this on Sweat Equity.
Fucking I'd have it no other way.
And being the #1 business comedy podcast, comedy being the main adjective here,
JD Power and Associates.
everything's kind of under the guise of comedy, right?
Yeah.
Understood.
Making all this up.
All
You know,
fictional.
We live in a state where it's illegal to do certain kind of drugs that we might be talking about, and so everything's said in jest.
Well, yeah, let me weigh in. As my listeners know, my name is David Ben. So if that tells you anything, you being a longstanding friend, I have a little podcast name, like a new name. So we try to hover around specifics. We try to make everything circumstantial. So if anybody were to probe, there's just too much looseness within the construct to make it stick.
Sure, and your real name is up on the Zoom call.
You like that?
I did.
Well-
yeah.
Well, nobody will ever know my real name that listens to my podcast. So if they happen to jump through other hoops and go check out Sweat Equity, then you can figure it out. But
Yeah, you want to rename yourself on there so when we use the video.
yeah, I mean, I honestly don't give a shit, but
Okay.
I'm just trying to
We don't need it.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to be vague enough to where people just can't be dicks about it. You know?
how about this? Don't make it easy for a cursory Google search to find out what people, if they want to find out. Like
Sure,
I was,
none of my Google searches are cursory. They are very well thought out, detailed, extensive, porn laden.
I was doing a bunch of interviews the last 2 weeks, and so I did a DuckDuckGo search of myself, and I was like, okay, the only thing that really shows up is our podcast that could ruffle feathers, I guess. And if you're kind of conservative, it's not going to be your favorite. It came up in my interview 10 minutes into meeting.
Well, I mean, we're putting ourselves out there, and if people want to receive it, they can receive it.
And you know what? The note was fair. It was like, you don't need to, be filthy and cuss that much. It was like, that's a fair point.
I know I don't need to.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I mean, look,
It heightens the experience, but sure,
Exactly,
I don't need to.
the Josh Potter show has a good boy clock, so they got to go 10 minutes without saying anything terrible or a cuss word, so they don't get demonetized. Now,
Preacher Lawson
to
stuff.
the point where we're at that, or we have to worry about being demonetized.
Well, you tell me. If I'm gonna cost you money, then I'll stay within the boundaries. So
No,
you let me know.
I wish we were at the point where we had to
okay.
worry about that. We have left YouTube basically alone, which I take 100% the fault for, not helping on the marketing side of that. Well, you're doing all.
Yeah,
of the
our
production.
one subscriber is really disappointed.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you what, they're a pretty dedicated subscriber because that's me. I'm the one subscriber. So.
I know.
Yeah.
So for those
I know.
listening, there's a
And
good
we
boy
love
clock. There's a 10-minute clock right now as we're doing this in 2021, where that's how it clears. Like you can't even talk about like vaccines and stuff. Like,
Okay.
Well, you just blew it then.
Yeah.
Well,
do we have to restart? Do I have to?
No,
Okay.
we're fine.
Okay.
We don't make any money off of that.
I make no money off
That's
of
fine.
anything. This is purely just a
And
cash.
we're never going to.
Just a money pit for me. Just a way for me to spend all my money on something that I only have fun with.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I showed Eric, a friend of mine. I won't bring his name up on here, but he was giving me. It's like, hey, I got this new gig. Pretty excited about it. And then I got into this weird like censorships thing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! One of my friends turned into my dad. My college friends He's the other Bear Jew, if you remember from the bachelor party.
Yes, I certainly do.
So he's
We
turned
bonded
into
immediately. Yeah.
He's turned into like a super conservative or something, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Not that Jewish then.
Like a
Just looks like
born
a-
again red stater kind of guy, or like
Y'all are technically neighbors, so yeah, it's
I'll have to have a
weird.
conversation.
I'll tell you about that off air, but I don't want to hijack too much. I just wanted to
Yeah.
preamble that before I forgot because
No,
I
no,
was like,
this is the fluff. We're fluffing it up. We're getting it ready. Now, let's make
yeah,
let's make our
guys
money.
forget about foreplay.
Mhm.
That's most of the game, honestly. I learned that in my 30s. That was way too late.
Well, you got to bring something to the table. When you have a
In
penis
your
my
30s.
size,
I know. That's what
when
I'm
you have
saying.
a
I'm
penis the
36.
size of a thumbnail, I mean, you have to have some other skills. So, that's. Oh,
Mhm.
I was talking about me. Do you also have a thumbnail size penis?
When I had my vasectomy, yeah.
It was thumbnail size.
Yeah, they gave me a tiny pill case where you have to do a sample in later. I was like, that's not fair.
You kind of did like the remove your thumb magic trick, kind of to show me the process.
It did look like another belly button because it was so scared. So it tried to go inside, make a tail on the other side.
No, he was complaining about the size of the specimen cup that they give you when you have to return to make sure that it worked. And he's
Okay.
like, oh, this gets serious real fast with your aim. Like,
With
you're
was
not,
it like
you're
a
not used
64-ounce big gulp, or was it like
No,
a
no, opposite. Think of like like you get like a prescription of whatever not
Oxycontin or whatever.
you know,
Willy-nilly.
your casual thing. No,
You
I
guys
was
are
trying
in
to think
Florida,
of-
right?
I was trying to think of
You don't need a
amoxicillin.
prescription here.
Amoxicillin because I had to get it for kids, but they don't have pill form.
Right.
It's the tiniest like orange bottle basically, and I was like, "Fuck you!" They give it to you after you leave on the way out, like a doggy bag. So I was like, "That's not fair." Like you.
So what are you doing with this? Do they give you arousal tools and all that?
You have to wait 90 days to make sure it works, or like you don't Antonio Cromartie everything.
And
Or
get like
like-
11 kids.
Well, Eric's too scared to get a sample done, so he may be in that. He may be
Not
in that
scared.
camp. Dude, you broke the 48-hour rule, so I don't even know. You're off the chain crazy.
Well, so congrats on your snippage. I know that gives you free run, like pretty much at this
Well,
point. You can just walk around with your dick out, no
I'm
repercussion.
clear. I got a sample, gave it to the nurse. She's like, wait here. I high-fived her after she said, you're good.
Of course, yeah.
She didn't want to high-five me, but I did it anyway.
I mean, it was a big
I'm all
moment
over
for
her
you.
hands.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's all she does.
You want
COVID
the high
friendly.
five? What?
Yeah, but she doesn't care. She just comes like nothing to her. It's like pine sol. She's
Yeah,
just
little
like,
cum
Lord.
swap in this pandemic, no big deal, baby.
she arguably she loves it the most. Like she's excited because that's the job she has is to look at all. I mean, they're getting 8 guys in there a day.
I don't know.
I was doing the math. There was like 3 guys right after me.
Wow, just like a conga line of dudes getting snipped.
It's only $600. I was trying to do math to keep my mind off of.
It's like an abortion price tag, right? Like commensurate with what you pay for an abortion, right? Or is
never
that
had to
old
do
school?
it. I've always heard in comedy.
It's like double.
Double? Okay.
But
You sounded
I mean,
pretty confident.
extrapolate that out on how many you're saving on the back. I mean,
No, you're right.
saying.
You're right.
right,
So
right.
my narcissism just is killing me here. I have to talk about me and my weekend in Santa Fe. So
Do it.
yeah. Santa Fe is the closest place where I can go to Meow Wolf, and they reopen.
Okay. Well, it's
What's
pump
yeah.
the brakes
Well,
right
you
there.
guys-
Oh,
Oh, well-
we're already stopping off the interstate. What is Meow Wolf?
All right, I just assumed that you knew because I think they have one in Austin, or it's either opening up in Austin, Texas as well. But
Why
it's
would we
this.
know that?
Oh,
Good point.
we're in
All right.
Tampa. I don't know if you know.
So
that.
as a self-proclaimed psychonaut, somebody that likes to experiment with the entheogens and psychedelics and explore the mind territory, a place that has a bunch of secret passages and amazing colors and toys and just this house of fun for kids. When I take myself into that psychedelic state and I become 5 again, it just is a playground. So this place is basically like the local artists. I think it's nationwide. It's manifested into something larger, but it started as like a local art project where people that were just really artistic in various ways kind of built this house of fun for everybody. And like you'll open up a refrigerator and the refrigerator will be a secret passage to another room. And that room might have a bunch of trees and these like little furry creatures. And it's just like a psychedelic enthusiast paradise. But if you're a kid, it also is super fun because you're walking through refrigerators and slides and shit like that. It's insane.
It's open all year round.
Well, they just reopened. So last year, sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Last year when I went out there with the wife, they had just closed. We went out there for the weekend, and the day that we arrived, they closed due to COVID. Because it's really
you're in
like
there right now. You just look like you're in a storage unit that's going to open up into something.
Yeah, I knew that was going to come up. So we have our basement being redone. So
Yeah.
essentially everything that was in the basement, all my amateur mycology equipment, all that stuff
Is in frame
in frame.
behind you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
trust me, this is not like a hoarder's
Is that
background.
all of your stuff?
Not all of it, man.
You
There's
got a lot
there's
of
stuff scattered.
Tupperware.
You like that?
I'm jealous as a dad. I'm jealous
Yeah,
of how
he's
many
actually-
big ass.
he's got the
I'm
most-
like literally like I need
I know.
that.
I'm like, those are the
shit.
$13 ones, not
Yeah,
the $10
that's- you
ones.
got
Those
the
are
good
the 13
ones.
with the handles and
Not,
the clips
not
on
the
it.
black
Double
and yellow
locking.
ones. Yeah, not the
Yeah.
black and yellow ones.
Yeah, you got to see through them so you know what's in them.
Yeah.
So I'll hook you guys up
Good
with
OCD.
monotubs. We'll
So,
talk
but-
about monotubs another time.
Okay,
Okay.
Meow Wolf is open all
Meow Wolf.
year round.
So it's open all year round, but since COVID, they just reopened March 19th, like after a year. So
Okay,
everything in
we're
there is
going.
very hands-on. All the puzzles and everything is very tangible. You have guys, employees walking around like nonstop, cleaning everything that you touch. So they almost like contact trace on site and just wipe down stuff constantly. There was like
Yeah,
a
we don't care about
95-year-old. There's like a 95-year-old dude in there that looked like he was just tripping balls, just walking around, just wiping stuff down. He was having a blast.
Yeah, I feel like I could go in that sober and have a good time.
Well, I didn't go sober. I decided to take a heroic journey through the Meow Wolf by myself, and so I took 3 grams of B plus psilocybin initially, and then 2 more grams to kind of boost it throughout. So I was
Mhm.
about 5 grams in, just tripping balls, experiencing the coolest playground you could possibly imagine.
How long were you there?
Probably about 3-4 hours. You could
Uh-huh.
stay all day if you want. They
Like
they won't
1,200
kick you
square
out.
feet.
Yeah,
That guy's
No.
still here.
it's
Dang.
right.
Did
So
the
like at
wifey
one
just
point,
drop you off. Have a good day. Bye.
well, I was already in Santa Fe I was doing guided MDMA therapy. So yeah. So I was there.
I was there for business, so
I thought you were definitely going to say a work retreat.
Well, for me, essentially that's work. So it's
good for you. I'm just saying. I thought it was going to be something different.
No,
Yeah,
it's
and I
cool to
do
see
wanna-
you working on yourself in that way.
yeah, and I do want to make it clear, like one of the things that on my podcast, the Mustache Room, we talk constantly about just ways to improve your psyche, your overall well-being in any way that you can drum up. So this being something that's controversial legally, still Schedule 1, that kind of stuff. It's a little tough. You got to tiptoe around it, but dude, I take this stuff for therapy, and it's been life-changing.
Yeah, and a few years down the road, everybody will have access to it for therapy. That's where it's going, and I think anybody who's done it is in agreement. Like, you absolutely feel better the next day.
Well, it's not even about
The
that.
sky is bigger, things are brighter. It's pretty straightforward.
No
Yeah.
doubt, dude. I love all that stuff. But like when people think I take mushrooms, it's like a fun thing. Yeah. When I go to Meow Wolf and trip balls by myself, I want to be a kid. And, it's cool. I put on
I'm all business. I thought this was
it's
your
all,
thing.
dude, I had my
I
briefcase.
don't
I
do it
put
for
on,
fun. It's all work.
I was wearing a 3-piece suit. I had music in my ears. It was awesome.
You had a
No
you
3-piece
had a
suit.
suit on.
The
No,
Mad Hatter.
No 3-piece suit, but I did have music blasting the whole time. So
Okay,
I was
well,
listening
I
to
dig
like Porangi or Rising Appalachia, some of my favorites, just going boom, boom the whole time.
Yeah. Again, like Meow Wolf, like you're just dropping some band names that, like, if you said String Cheese Incident, I'd be like, okay, I know. If I've
Pull up
heard of
the-
them, I know them.
Pull up the website. You can see what I'm talking about. It's insanely cool. But I was there just being a kid, and that was my non-therapy portion of the weekend.
hmm
The therapy portion was guided Molly or guided MDMA. So I found a lady that specializes in both psilocybin and MDMA guided therapy. And we had several conversations leading up to it. She kind of understood what I was trying to get after. And essentially, I'm trying to deal with some intimacy issues and some making love issues with the wife. Like I can fuck all day long, but making love sometimes just becomes a task, because I'm so porn heavy, and I grew up with vulgar shit all over the place. Rocco Siffredi, stepping on a girl's head while he dunks her in the toilet. That's my acclimation to sex. So I'm working with the therapist to try to loosen the reins a little bit and not require like somebody spitting in my face to get off. Just
This took a
Wow,
this
that
took
went.
a left turn into the sexual real quick.
you like that? Well, hey,
I
I'm an
love
open
your
book.
honesty, man.
I am an
No, I
open
mean,
book, my friend.
Great.
It's
But hey-
good. Look, it's one of those things. Like I'm glad I'm vanilla. Like I don't need any of that because it takes a certain kind of like partner
Effort.
yeah, and a lot of effort. Honestly, I'm kind of a lazy lover if I'm anything.
Well,
Um,
I admire you. I mean, like that's the early exposure to like I said, Rocco and his friends that shaped me, unfortunately, for the rest of my sex life.
well, so that's Eric's son's name.
Okay,
so
what you just you
I
didn't
have
have
to
to
say
say
it.
it again.
You
His
can
last
take it.
name isn't Safredi, though. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I know, but you
It's a
just
very
say it. I
different
was just
Rocco.
looking over, and he's like,
I
dude,
was
if your
like,
son,
let it go, and then you brought it back
I
up.
can't. I
I
can't.
gotta say, if your son has a cock the
Cut
size
it
of a
out.
salmon, he's got to be in porn. Like that's the next step in his
Let
evolution.
me write that down. real
We'll
quick.
let him know. Tell the school counselor that.
All right,
Um,
so maybe
Wait, I want to hear about the MDMA
Yeah,
therapy. What is how's that go?
Can I throw an MDMA question?
For sure.
My biggest, the biggest reason I've never taken it is because it's really hard to find like pure, right? Like
Right.
you always hear the horror stories of people taking it and like something bad happens, they have a bad reaction. Of course, it's probably a way very small, very. It's like someone getting COVID twice. It's like almost not real. Yeah,
Right.
I said it. And so what's it called? How do you feel comfortable with that? Because that's why I don't want to do acid ever. I just don't. I don't. It's kind of. It's not a stepped on thing. It's a man-made thing. But it's that thing of like.
It's synthetic to an extent. I mean, it is. You have it's
synthetic, 100% synthetic. It doesn't
Well, I mean,
appear in
yeah.
nature in that form.
There's
But
the
Flaws also a
amphetamines,
pussy sometimes.
I'm a
So
huge pussy. I'm big risk averse puss.
and that's why we love you. But dude,
Yeah.
it's got amphetamines in it, so there is a risk with heart palpitations and some other stuff. So you do
you're
have to
talking
be
about the
careful.
Molly.
MDMA. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about how do you trust? I guess I have a trust thing. Like, what's the supply chain to get to
Well,
me?
it's just. I mean,
start
it's just
thinking
like
about that
anything
now.
else. There are people that treat it medicinally. It's not
Sure.
it's not the focal point of their stuff. They use it as a catalyst for their efforts. So she has those two substances, and she has some pretty reputable people that she gets them from. I'm not worried about the psilocybin. That I can do that, but the MDMA, I had to vet her in the process because you're right. I mean, she could be giving me a bunch of strychnine and other bullshit that could fuck me up, but I did my due diligence and I did my research, and she was definitely on the up and up.
Look, your boy likes to party. I'll have 3 or 4 Zimas some nights, but I just have to. Molly,
5
I
Jolly
always
Ranchers?
yeah, take the bite off. But Molly, more than anything, has this weird like I don't know this weird vibe around it. Ever since I've heard about it, about
Yeah.
it has that it's Chinese drywall
They're
pressed into a pillar.
they're doing clinical trials with that, aren't they?
Sarasota.
Same way they're doing
MAPS.
with psilocybin.
Maps.org,
Yeah.
based out of Sarasota with Rick Doblin.
Mhm.
They're kind of the leaders in the effort for MDMA assisted therapy for PTSD. So for me, it's not PTSD. It's just more of like having some being exposed to some nasty shit as a youngin and as a young Jew. Prior to my bar mitzvah, I was already way beyond being a man as far as exposure to porn is concerned.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, pre-bar.
really? Download.
Oh, dude, all day. My dad used to subscribe to some filthy shit. So, hey, I respect his willingness to think outside the box, but I kind of created my own box.
Oh, you didn't find it in the woods or the swamp like almost every kid our age.
Oh, I did that too.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
once I got a taste. I mean,
Yeah.
again, never done anything criminal.
Weird father-son weekend. Go find the porn, son.
Did you have that? Did you ever find it?
No, I never found it in the woods, but I mean,
There's always some like I'd say like half the guys I know that are about our age, they all have that same story of like, yeah, there's some homeless guy in the woods.
there's
that
like
just
some
had
kind
all
of
this shit
porn
out there.
leprechaun that goes around just leaving it for the kids.
Well, if
that's
you're
like,
homeless, it's not like you're
porn
gonna
leprechaun.
be reading War and Peace
Yeah.
out there.
or have a place to put it.
Right.
Or get out of my house.
He didn't
A
go to
storage
IKEA.
facility.
Yeah.
I mean, different people need different settings for masturbation. So some people like wooded areas.
Nature.
Yeah.
Well, and back in the day, we were all analog. We were all, all the magazines and whatnot.
For sure. And my dad had a huge stash of Penthouse which he very strategically and parentally located in the bathroom. So I would basically go shit in my dad's bathroom for 4 or 5 hours and just go through those penthouse.
Yeah.
And then he found out I was doing that. He moved him out of his bathroom into like a chest in the same room. So it took me like 35 seconds to find the chest. And then I was spending 5 hours near the chest.
Yeah, you could smell them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my porn sniffing dog.
Yeah. That's not what you're sniffing. I was saying. Never mind.
It kind of smells like bleach around here.
Yeah.
So back to so yes, MDMA assisted therapy. It's her basically sitting there, kind of babysitting me with a strategic playlist to kind of follow the waves and highs and lows of the experience. So you basically create a really comfortable setting. I was laying on my back with pillows and stuff. She was there monitoring, and the music and the medicine just kind of took hold. And I noticed it was much more of a physical experience. Like there were some things that came to me, some people that I really cared about that I hadn't spoken to in a while, and some things about my relationship with my wife that popped up because that's where I was trying to steer it initially. But physically was where I feel like I got the most benefit. Like afterwards, my shoulder and other things that were really tense and painful going in just felt a lot more at ease. And there was just some sort of connection there with some of the psychology that came into play. I can't necessarily, I can't articulate it, but it was there. There was a connection between the two.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things hard to prove.
Yeah.
You store tension in your shoulder, whatever, but like everybody agrees, it's like, oh, that helped. That helped. I feel looser. I mean, your brain can absolutely just cause you to tense up all the time. Resting bitch face. I don't have to have that, but I do because apparently I'm a resting bitch, like it's just there.
Well, how about this? The happiest people, like the happiest successful people, they don't really ever complain about any back pain or like any of that shit, right? So there's got to be a tie. Look,
maybe. Oh,
I'm talking
that's
about
a bit broad to say that.
I complain like
in my kind of lifetime. This is the like successful, positive people I know. They don't really go around, going, oh, like
they don't have that nagging.
They don't bitch like I do about everything. But I'm saying like they're not the older guys that are complaining about their back. They might have it, but
because also that plays. It also plays into the fact that once you kind of get to a happy place, once you get to a place where you really understand your mind and body more, you don't want to play the victim. Whenever you complain about shit, you're playing the victim. So that does nobody any good.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Dude, when I was younger, I thrived on soliciting sympathy. Like that was my go-to move. I was so fucking good at it. Like I could solicit sympathy from anybody, anywhere, anytime for as long as I wanted. So I know how that works. But once you realize that the victim role is retarded, sorry to use that terminology, there's no reason to play that role. Yeah.
No, it's going backwards. It's regressing. It works.
Retarded is an actual word.
Yeah, I'll be your social attorney on that.
Needed validation.
It is one. Well, it's one of those things where there is got to be a connection. I mean, we talk about placebo effect a lot, Eric and I, and how it can affect you.
Yeah.
And if it works for you, it works for you. I don't think most chiropractors are worth a shit, but
I have one that I go to once a month, and he does his little adjustments, which are good.
There's legit ones. They're just not doctors. So so I'm saying like. The thing, the placebo
aren't you kind of all in or on the chiropractors? I mean, how is that?
It works for me.
Some of them really care about doing it and like really do give a shit about the patients.
Yeah.
A lot of them just want to hammer.
And for you, that's the mechanism of this is working.
Well, some are just leveraging insurance. Mine is good. Right. I go once a month.
There's a lot of dirty ones out there.
I call them doctor, but we can move past.
Yeah. They partner up with a personal injury attorney. Bing, bing, bada, boom. What's up?
One hand washes the other for sure.
So wait, for the MDMA therapy, is the person in the room with you, are they doing anything but reacting to you and what you're going through, or they have any sort of agenda that they're doing anything?
So yeah, they're there to establish the setting, right? So when we talk about the psychedelic set and setting are the two paramount facets, right? Your mindset and your setting. So she can't control my mindset. That's all me. I have to make sure that everything's clear and I have a direction and intention, all that stuff going in. But she is responsible for the setting. So physically, every sense, all that is all those are portions of the setting. And so she's essentially playing conductor for that symphony of elements. So while I'm there, the mindset and the drug are going to work together. And as long as the setting isn't compromising or threatening, then everything can go to work. If the setting creates a problem, then everything gets screwed up.
Yeah,
That's her job.
I'm a big advocate of that.
Yeah.
In theory.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
most important.
If you're really trying to work on yourself, you can't be at a a concert.
You could, but yeah, that's not where the therapy is going to happen for sure.
Right. I mean, not deep anything. It's like, oh, I needed that fun night, but realistically, that goes away.
Differences between that and like psilocybin.
So
because I hear Molly has a lot of like the next day you don't have like a lot of serotonin or dopamine or something like that. So you're kind of just
there's a lot of
out.
opposites. Temperature.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you asked that. So MDMA, well, and very humble. So the MDMA, the way that my therapist describes it, it's more of a benevolent drug, right? So psilocybin's going to kind of dig down deep and rip shit out, and you have to deal with it, and you're kind of stuck there. MDMA is going to kind of tiptoe around it, gently approach it, not slap you in the face, not really scare the shit out of you, but maybe gently massage certain things in a certain direction. And the physical element is very profound, right? So, tingling and just kind of like a symbiotic relationship between your mind and body during the experience. But with psilocybin, I mean, you're going to deal with whatever comes up, right? So if you have a mindset if you have a good mindset, if you're safe, if you have a good setting, then your mind goes to work, right? And now it starts digging up things and it feels comfortable to actually dig deep and explore the depths of your mind. But if the set and setting aren't right, psilocybin can just be like a great way also to experience the botanical gardens or camping or something like that. But if the set and setting are perfect and you really kind of settle into that sort of combination, that's when the medicine goes to work. And that's when I have my most profound experiences, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I answered your question, but hopefully.
I don't remember the question.
The difference between the two experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hear like with psilocybin, I don't hear much the next day of people like they actually feel a lot better.
Oh yeah. So MDMA, so there's 5-HTP. 5-HTP is used to replenish some of the serotonin after the MDMA experience, but you don't need that after the psilocybin quite as much.
Oh, so you supplement?
Well, the psilocybin produces serotonin and repairs those receptors, I think.
Well, it's the drain. Like, how you feel completely drained the next day if you do a heavy dose of psilocybin or the heavy dose of MDMA. It feels like your mind and body have just been expended. Like you've been exhausted of your resources. So it's the serotonin level being exhausted. You're just using a lot of it and your body needs to replenish that, which will happen over time. But the 5-HTP kind of accelerates that. And especially for MDMA, it gives it back to you right away. So you take that supplementally after the experience.
Really? Okay. Could you take 5-HTP like boozing or doing going skiing?
It's used for sleep help.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if your dopamine's going off the charts, and you feel like you're depleted, I don't see why it wouldn't be a bad idea. I just know for MDMA that it really drains you. It's very heavy. So to just be without for several days, it's easier to throw some 5-HTP in there and kind of replenish some of that.
Yeah, my friends that do it regularly, they'll compare it to like doing a lot of blow one night or something and feel like drained the next day emotionally almost.
Yeah, anytime you have that high,
right?
I feel great.
I feel like,
and then
the body
come back around.
The body equalizes you out. I feel like nature will do that.
It's the amphetamines too. But I mean, anytime you're really going to drain, anytime you have an amazing experience, you're kind of drained afterwards, right? Like, but if you have an awesome climax, during sex, I hate saying the word climax. If you come during sex, like afterwards, you're drained.
Come is better.
Yeah,
it is better.
Come is grosser, but it was better than climax. Somehow the climax was disgusting.
Yeah, if you're 1/3 of a bukkake, I mean, you will essentially be drained of your serotonin.
Oh man, I wish I could do that. I can't be around anybody else.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've probably alienated some listeners with my expression of vulgar porn,
Nah.
but hey, that's who I am, man. That's
Yeah,
what
but
stemmed this
our
whole
listen,
conversation.
Our listeners,
our
not
listeners
our
will
listeners.
share
It's
this.
fine.
Well, my
You
listeners,
got bukkake, they're like, yeah, finally,
my
we're getting to
listeners,
the real business talk.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll find out who my real listeners are after this one for sure.
Look, this exists because real conversations don't really happen. So, the reason podcasts are interesting is because we're not really having, even if it's blue discourse, or crass discourse or whatever.
Yeah.
At least, it exists somewhere where a lot of people don't have it normally.
It's not
I'm-
real until you regret it a little bit.
Dude, yeah, I've become so okay with telling people whatever, man. I really don't care anymore. I've dissolved my ego to the point where I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to do jujitsu. Like I did jujitsu a while back and my ego got in the way, man. I'd be getting tapped out by little kids and people that weighed half my size. And it just, my ego wouldn't allow me to continue with that. But I have no ego anymore. So I can just do all this stuff and not have my feelings hurt if it doesn't pan out. I don't really care.
Yeah, that'll I hear BJJ as we call it out there.
Yes. Blowjob jitsu, as Eric referred to it. Which I'll have
Well,
you know that I haven't
blowjob
learned that
jubilee
move.
is what I called it.
I haven't learned that move yet. Just so you know, I haven't gotten to
Okay.
that.
Well, that's what like
You need roller skates.
any athletic endeavor is gonna it's gonna bring you down a notch. And it's like I hate jogging, I'll go for a jog, and I know I should do it more regularly because it's not a runner's high. It's just that thing you just go, this is so painful, this sucks. But I
But
know
afterwards,
it's good to do something for 10 minutes a day, whatever that physical activity is that hurts. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a good way. Not
well, plus, I mean, for me, I'm 43. I'm gonna be 44 this year, and so starting a whole new sport with limited skills. I mean, it's tough, right? So, I mean, my age and my body and all that stuff gets in the way. But
Well,
just not having the ego allows me to push through.
how long have you been in Denver?
Since 2017.
So a lot of stuff since you've moved out there, you're like, I'm starting a whole new life. Fuck all these Florida guys. I'm gonna get into psilocybin, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's cool that you're finding these things at the age where most people would be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm locked in.
No,
I'll
it's
tell you what, though.
it's contagious. It's like I remind myself of if my hands and feet weren't so sweaty, I might try jujitsu, but I feel like it would just be so gross.
Yeah, I mean, the sweat factor, you start sweating 5 seconds into being on the mat anyway. So your sweaty issue is a non-issue.
But I'd be like,
Move
"Can I
on to
wear
the next
gloves
excuse.
and socks?" They'd be like, "No," and I'd be like, "Bye, I'm out."
Yeah,
If you're
you'd have
fighting
to
somebody, you're
ditch.
gonna be sweaty immediately.
In yoga, they get mad because I have to wear I'll wear those those Nimbus New Balance shoes that are really thin, but I'm like, you
Jesus.
don't want me to not. If I'm just in socks, I'll fucking slip around. That's how gross I am.
You know what? You've got to come up with it. There's yoga towels that you can put over your mat to mitigate some of the extra sweat.
Oh,
All right,
Wait,
we'll have to
what if
talk
you swing
offline.
barefoot.
I'll slip, dude. Whoop.
All right.
You ever see me in flip flops? Ever?
These are some awful excuses. I have to admit, these are terrible excuses.
It is a bad
You
excuse.
talk to any yoga instructor, and they are shutting these down with rebuttal after rebuttal after objective rebuttal.
What? My hand's too sweaty. Why?
Oh, yours?
All right, so yeah, what we were talking about, I don't give a shit. I think I'm so open, man. Like if I went back and did stand up, I would have a much easier time now. Like the anxiety is dissipated. I've come to a really good place. That's why I can't stop talking shit about mushrooms. It's changed my life.
Well, I think it's cool you're getting this podcast going in the same way because I think it's tough to not do stand up after doing it and loving it. But at the same time, it's like it's a slog, and when you're having a kid, like you're about to,
yeah,
it gets a lot tougher to just because you get this guilt about not getting up. But at least you have this creative avenue like this to get it out.
Oh yeah, dude. Before I stopped doing stand up, like before I moved out to Denver, I hated myself so much, and I couldn't even listen to anything coming out of my mouth without physically getting nauseous. It was more excruciating to do stand up than to not. So I was like, fuck this. This is just painful. So I stopped.
That's good self-awareness. I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, not.
I'm not going to
I'm
torture
not.
myself.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's
Like,
beating your head so much that you got to get up. You got to get up every night, every night, every night. It becomes like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
You have to do it, which is fine because it's good because there's no real like no one's really going to pull you up and stand up.
No, it's all you, man.
You want to
One
do.
man show.
So it's kind of good that there is that kind of toughness about it where everybody kind of it's like one of the few things all comedians agree on, like you have to get up, you have to do reps, and you're kind of a
Jiu-jitsu's the
jabroni
same
if
way,
you're
man.
not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's I'm just saying mazel tov to you or L'chaim, that L'chaim's cheers.
L'chaim to life. Mazel tov is
No,
a
L'chaim that you're getting this podcast out. That's a creative thing. You're doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu later in life, which a lot of people wouldn't do because of ego.
Yeah.
And then, you're really looking in this, like, call it alternative therapy for lack of a better term, but you're really kind of doing this in a very measured, calculated way, not just going, "Oh, I'm going to go do ayahuasca and see how it goes." Like, you're really, every time I talk to you, you're like really researching everything before you do
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's my agreement with my wife, like unfortunately shrooms, they have the connotation that it's drugs and it's only for enjoyment. So my agreement with her is I have to treat this stuff therapeutically. I can't treat it frivolously. I can't, me going to Meow Wolf is a special case. Like this stuff is for me to use therapeutically. So that's my agreement with her. She can't do shit right now that she's pregnant. So if I'm going to do this stuff and like have any kind of fun, it needs to boil down and resolve to something that's positive. So that's my agreement with her. And that's why I can do this stuff and not have her be like, you're fucking druggy, psyching out weirdo.
Oh, and she's cool as fuck because you know what pregnant women hate is when their husbands fucking
do
or
anything.
getting wasted in any way or having any joy, really.
Both you guys have 2 kids, just so my listeners know.
You're not 40 pounds overweight too? Fuck you, buddy.
Right.
Fuck
Are you
you.
gonna take the weekend off? Fuck that. You should be my Uber Eats driver.
Yeah. So both you guys are divorced? Is that the
Almost.
I
I'm
am.
getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got about 2 months till the trial, baby.
But that's
Ooh.
anybody having a kid. Like every wife hates them if they're most of them.
Yeah, there's
are
married
not that
men
cool.
that get that joke.
Dude, yeah, I can't say how it's going to be after a kid, but all I can tell you, man, is I have definitely got to the point where I'm ready. Like I'm in my 40s now and I'm like, I'm ready. But if it were 15 years ago, no way. Absolutely no way.
She's one of the 30 Bucks fans that's a real Bucks fan, Buccaneers fan. So
Tampa!
You're probably living off the high of the Super Bowl win.
Not me. It's all her. My brownies someday will smell the Super Bowl. For right now, yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely.
Do you not understand you are sharing the same psyche? That's something you need to get
I can't.
Okay,
I'm happy for her.
You need to understand, though.
I'm happy for her, but I'm.
Oh my God, are you dumb? I'm trying to tell you how to do this, man.
Yeah,
I'm a Browns fan.
You want to end up like us?
I'm a Browns fan. Do you understand?
Don't even say Cleveland Browns in your house. Don't be dumb. That brings everybody down, much as a pregnant woman. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you out here.
Is there like physically? I can't see you right now, and that's a good thing. But dude, as a Browns fan, you're digging deep, man. That hurts. I will never abandon that.
He's doing his sympathy thing like he did as a kid.
You didn't even know.
My heart is
not gonna work on us, fucko.
We're the worst city. Sports city. We lost
the Browns.
Our river turned on fire one time.
Hey, get off your fucking multiple championship high horse, you fuckheads. LeBron left me, and now all I have is the Browns, and someday we'll smell the Super Bowl. Someday.
Yeah.
But not anytime soon, I don't think.
Well,
not next year.
We did get better in the offseason.
I know we've got to bounce.
They say that every year.
Like 4 minutes. So I want to make sure any other questions you got or any other stuff you've got.
Yeah, man. So you guys, you took some psilocybin recently. I told you how to get some. Allegedly, yes. And I'm just curious about your experience.
Well, in theory, if we were actually talking real talk, if this was a real thing that happened,
okay, all right,
we would have had a great time. Just the two of us.
If hypothetically speaking, okay.
Yeah, it would be a hypothetically super cute date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night.
All right.
Didn't take much in this scenario.
In this hypothetical,
I don't know. There's 5 grams.
Hypothetically, we did okay.
you did okay.
We're not.
You know what I've gotten out of it in previous experiences, like while ago, like years ago, not recently, but maybe allegedly recently, is there's a real for me. There's a real like optimism in a nostalgic kind of way for me. I don't know how to explain it,
Okay.
but like in
I
a,
can. It's
I,
you're able to clear out the shit that you got like immediately going on in your mind. And when you say it's innocence or whatever, what was it?
nostalgic. It feels
Nostalgic. Okay,
like when I was younger,
exactly.
and
You didn't have all that shit.
excited about stuff in the future a lot
Yes.
more.
Right.
yes.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like the shit that you're dealing with right away, you can kind of take a step back, get childish mentally, and that's good for your brain. It's pretty straightforward.
I think
Yeah,
having a kid, that gives me a cool chance to kind of get inside their mind a little bit.
Oh,
see what
dude,
they
I
need
have a
to do,
theory. Babies are born tripping, man.
right? That's
You
why they're
wait
so.
till
That's why
dude,
they're so wide-eyed.
yeah, you wait to we're born tripping, and then you sort of come out of it. Like it's the transition into the real world. Like when I have my kids, a newborn baby sleeping on your chest will make you fall asleep. Like the same way if somebody can be completely sober and there's somebody in the room who's tripping their balls off, you're like, I kind of feel like I'm tripping right now. It's the same
contact
idea.
high, yeah.
Through
You ever
osmosis.
had that where it's like, God damn, this whole room feels like everybody's on mushrooms, but really it's one person who just ate too much.
Yeah, there's like a osmosis placebo kind of effect.
Yes. I don't know about placebo. I think it's real as fuck. But
Word.
babies, you watch, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Dude,
Kids that'll look behind you at like whatever fucking ghosts they can see or some shit. I don't know.
can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I
Think about
sure I had that same baby experience, ghost hunter style.
Yeah.
Ah.
My
Yeah.
daughter also talks about the multiverse, so I don't know.
Oh, she's a Rick and Morty fan. I mean, Rick
Uh,
and Morty.
No, she came up with that on her own, actually.
Oh, all right. So she's gonna get us to Mars.
Yeah.
She's already
she
learned about multiverses at her
blows
age.
my fucking mind, that kid.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. There is that. It's a weird energy, and that's kind of what is good about it. Doing stuff like that. And one part of analytically, I know you can't do it that much because it won't have the effect, right?
Right. Yeah. Microdosing, you have to space it out.
Much like everything. Well, I mean, like, I like to booze it up every now and again, but I'll take breaks just because I don't want it to go away. I would like to do this in future, right? Because
You don't want to ruin.
yeah, fucking in AA. So
Yeah.
you see a lot of that going on. So it's like moderation in terms of everything, including moderation and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
doing it once every 3 months is like a reset button. Taking that old school Nintendo cartridge out, blowing on that thing, put it right back in, and now you're playing track and field.
That's the game you chose. What a dork.
I wanted to zig when you thought I was zagging, baby.
I would have gone Tecmo Bowl, but I mean that's all you.
I know. I just want to go.
It's good to see your faces, guys. It's good to see your bald head, man. I am proud of you for taking that. As you can see, I haven't tended to my situation recently, but you've done a really good job there.
Oh, I'm getting back into the hair growing game. I got a laser helmet. Like the
looks like it works.
LED.
Nice.
Okay, it's been like 3 times I've tried it. I'll wear it through a podcast.
It looks like you've got
it. It's like 25 minutes every other day.
It's a crash test dummy hat with like a fucking helmet with like one
It's
of those.
got a little camera that goes right to their corporate office, and they all laugh at me for fucking buying it.
It's something that you should have bought in Sky Mall.
Fucking idiot.
It looks like
Sky Mall sells them.
A baby's skull is misshapen. They have to wear those helmets.
Yeah, same idea.
With
Dear God,
the cool LED light to make it's lasers.
Dear God. Well, you and I have the same balding hair pattern where we have like kind of that stream down the middle.
Oh, you're my brother from another mother.
Jude Law made it really fashionable.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, man, now that you've crossed over, there is no going back. So your hair growing, all of
No
it.
way,
Just,
dude. He's gonna Elon Musk it.
I'll be disappointed in you if you do, by the way, because I want you part of
Shaving
my,
it, but it'll be thick.
I want you in my club, my friend. I don't want you to leave
I'm
the
in the
club.
club. I'm there.
All right, stay there.
Okay.
No way. You want him to figure it out, and then he'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, I've already figured it out, my friend. I've been along. I've tried, and I've regressed and regressed and regressed. Every hair growth method has been a horrible failure. So
Look at
good
Elon
luck,
Musk
Godspeed.
at PayPal, and look at him now, and that's all I'll tell you.
Yeah, I
Figured it
mean,
out.
he's got
He's
a
got brains to it.
slight financial advantage over me. I'm sure. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
he can afford
but
Sky Mall. I can't.
he also is making Teslas approachable for almost everybody to buy. So if he can do it, I bet he'll let it down to us peons at some point. Look at Deion Sanders. Ooh, yeah, you didn't know about that, huh?
Oh, hey, I wanted to mention real quick. Carmen Morales is supposedly a big microdosing, macrodosing
Yeah, she's awesome.
expert. Yeah, Pedro hooked me up with her. I'm gonna link up and try to get her on the podcast as well.
She's been on Sweat Equity.
She has.
Yeah.
Dude, do you understand Pedro?
Pedro Lima.
Is our
We've called him.
theory-
We FaceTimed him.
in theory
You know,
is who we call,
I love.
who we don't talk to ever,
Right.
and it's like, oh, we're calling Pedro now.
I love me some
That
Pedro.
goes
The,
down.
he-
the
he
Rican
I
gorilla.
love that guy.
he said he wouldn't pick up because a bunch of Puerto Ricans he's with wouldn't get why two white guys are giggly calling him. I was like, that's fair. Totally fair.
And I was like, don't stop calling.
Oh, I love it, man.
So that has become our only superstition.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Are we at our time limit?
Yeah, Eric's got to run on a call, and we got another podcast after this.
Well, hopefully it's as entertaining, as informative as this one. I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's great to see you.
Yeah, man.
And-
Miss you, buddy. We're gonna come out and visit you.
You better. The basement is being done as we speak, so you'll have a space. I think it's like we'll get a single, so you guys have a place to snuggle up.
You can Airbnb probably.
okay.
Probably come up.
It's up to you.
Put one of
You
them
might have a
Tupperwares,
baby by
baby.
then, so.
Oh yeah, the baby.
yeah.
I forgot
might
about
be-
the baby.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, once you have that baby, there's no guess.
Oh
That's
God damn it! You did it. I
Forgot about that.
was so hoping you wouldn't do that.
Always on the ready, my friend.
Oh, it's so
As
creepy.
much as my wife doesn't want it to be on the ready, it's on the ready.
I'm with her, man.
All right. Well, on that note,
We're gonna try and make it illegal.
I love you guys. Let's do this again. And
Love you, bro.
Love you too, buddy.
all right.
See you later.